All right, everyone. Hello and welcome into our post-game video tonight following the Minnesota Vikings defeat of the Pittsburgh Steelers by the final of 36-28 in a one-score conclusion that really should not have been a one-score conclusion. Before I get into my full reactions to tonight's game for Thursday Night Football, don't forget to leave me a comment on tonight's video. That is your assignment because you potentially could be featured in tomorrow's video the day after Pittsburgh. So the way that this works is you leave me a comment on this video, I select it, I react to it. Tomorrow is your comments, my reactions, our video the day after Pittsburgh. So this is your opportunity to be heard and have your opinion voiced to Vikings World in our group collaborative project on our small corner of Vikings Internet. And as always, I like to remind people, keep your comments short and concise and to the point. The screen caps can only be so large. And keeping in theme with keeping things short and concise and to the point, I'm going to try to do that with this video because we're burning the midnight oil currently. It is a little bit after midnight. I am watching the Wild game here, but still would like to get to bed because it is late. So my thoughts on today's win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. Typical. It felt like that this was going to happen because after, the embarrassing loss to the Detroit Lions on Sunday, I kind of felt like this would be, one of those typical rebound games for Mike Zimmer and the Vikings. And I didn't think the first half was going to go that well, but I kind of was like not surprised at all that the second half went as horribly as it did. So go figure. This is just wasting time. We're 6-7 now, back into the playoff race. But I think the second half completely and 100% encapsulates the Minnesota Vikings of 2021, the entirety of the season. This is a team that looks like on paper it should dominate just like it did to a 29-0 lead in the first half. And this is also a team that we have witnessed over and over and over again make mistakes and melt down and then just blow leads. And here it is. This is the team in its entirety, the thing that we've seen all season. And they just happened to be able to escape with a win because Pat Freiermuth could not handle the final play in the end zone. It was knocked loose by Harrison Smith. And that resulted in the win for the Vikings. That sealed the deal. So, I don't know, guys. Like, I normally celebrate wins. I have been on the record for this channel saying, like, enjoy the wins when they come. But this one it feels like it's almost a crime to enjoy this win. I'm not saying that I want to lose, but at the same time, this team is fraudulent. It felt like we were about to get thrown into the annals of NFL history because I kept thinking, God, remember when the Falcons in the Super Bowl blew a 28-3 lead against the New England Patriots, and we almost blew a 29-point lead, and I think that would have set the NFL record for the greatest comeback in the history of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I did see them put that stat on the screen during the game, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no, that's going to be us. We're gonna be the new team to do that. Because I just thought to myself, that's a very Vikings way to end this game, is to blow a 29-point lead. And we almost fucking did it. We almost did it. Good God. I mean, come on. So, altogether, Kirk Cousins doesn't have a good day. It was bound to happen. He regresses to the mean. He'll have a bounce-back game against the Bears, I'm sure. Justin Jefferson uncharacteristically dropped some passes today. There was one that got jarred loose on a pretty good hit by Micah Fitzpatrick. What else? The offensive line, Oli Udoh commits a crucial holding penalty that put us in, I think it was 2nd and 21, but somehow we managed to overcome that with 2 good plays. There was a critical catch by Dalvin Cook on 3rd down on that drive. Dalvin Cook's probably the player of the game. I mean, hats off to him. I was on record on Twitter this morning saying that him playing was a very bad idea. And in the first half, the holes were wide open. It was like parting the Red Sea. So he had so much room to run. He broke a record for most rushing yards in the first half at 154, put up 200 yards on the night. So hats off to Dalvin Cook for being a tough SOB, coming back 11 days after separating his shoulder. So that was pretty amazing. And it kind of worries me because in the second half, the offense just completely sputtered. I think they only had like 38 yards of total offense up until that one long touchdown bomb to KJ Osborne. So it's just you got to see every little piece of the Vikings today. You got to see them be dominant, which gives you an idea of how good that they can be. You got to see them completely choke. I mean, we turned a quarterback who is completely and utterly washed in terms of athleticism And they let him become Goku in the second half. We saw 2011 Ben Roethlisberger for about 10 to 15 minutes there at the end. They scored like 20 some unanswered points in 5 minutes. Kirk Cousins throws the interception on the slant route to KJ Osborne. That was almost a pick six. That would have been crippling. The Steelers just dug themselves into too big of a hole that they were not able to overcome that. And I think that had the Vikings, missed on any of their scoring drives in the first half, maybe they don't, maybe they don't win this game. So I don't know. It's hard to sort of, figure out what this win means. And I personally think going forward that this win means nothing. I think it's just another delay of the inevitable, because at 6-7, you beat a team that's 6-5-1, and they're now 6-6-1. You beat a team that tied with the Lions. You beat a team that just hasn't been playing good football this season. You beat a team with a washed quarterback who you made look good for an entire second half almost. So to me, this is two 500 teams, or a little bit under 500 teams that just beat up on each other. And the Vikings made it closer than it needed to be because they're not a good team. That's just the bottom line. So I'm not too overzealous about the win. I'll take it. I guess it's better than being an embarrassment on national television. We went from making the Steelers the embarrassment on national television to just barely escaping becoming the national embarrassment on national primetime television. It was that freaking close. It was just boom. If Pat Fryermuth catches that, boy, and there's a lot to be, we can't erase the fact that they would still need to score the 2-point conversion, and we would have went to overtime. So, I mean, there's still things that could have happened, but still at the same time, you would have blown the lead completely at that point because it would have been a tie game. So yeah, this doesn't feel good, even though it's a win. We had the opportunity to win in a super convincing fashion. I mean, there was one point we were talking about, the first shutout since 2014 in the Mike Zimmer era. He's only had one, and it came in the first or second season, I believe. And then that was quickly erased. It's just Bashaud Breeland is a liability at this point. I know he was sick today and he missed time on the sideline being sick, but still, I mean, teams clearly can pick on him if they have an athletically gifted receiver like Chase Claypool. So I don't know. So we go from here. We have, I believe, 3 of the last 4 games are in the division, 2 against the Bears, 1 against the Packers, and then the Rams game. 3 of the last 4 games are on the road. We got the Monday night game coming up against the Bears next. Likely they will have Justin Fields as their quarterback. So I don't know what's going to happen from here, but that's going to be enough for me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a comment down below to potentially be featured in tomorrow's video where I will react to it. Let me know how you're feeling. Ask me a question, whatever you want to do under the sun. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.